Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh my heavens. If you have been watching General Hospital for as long as I have, you know that the writers simply love to take our emotions and put them right through the ringer. Today, I want to talk to you about a storyline that has me absolutely clutching my pearls and sitting on the edge of my seat. It revolves around our beloved Anna Devane, a woman who has always been a pillar of strength, justice, and moral fortitude in Port Charles. But right now, bless her heart, Anna is walking down a path so dark and terrifying that it completely breaks my heart to witness it. The latest revelations suggest that Anna is taking horrifying steps to eliminate Britt Westbourne permanently, and the details are enough to send a cold shiver straight down your spine. To truly understand the gravity of this situation, we have to talk about the absolute torment Anna is enduring. We all know that Peter August is gone, but the ghost of that wicked man is still holding Anna in a vice grip. She is suffering from these vivid, relentless hallucinations of Peter, and he is essentially brainwashing her from beyond the grave. It is a psychological nightmare. This hallucination of Peter has convinced Anna that the only way she will ever find true peace and safety is by killing Britt. Can you even imagine the heavy burden on Anna's soul? She is a hero, a former super spy who has saved lives countless times, and now her fractured mind is being poisoned by the very monster she tried so hard to defeat. At first, I was so proud of Anna because she fought back. She tried with all her might to resist these dark urges and push Peter out of her head. But Lord have mercy, that hallucination is persistent. It is like a devil sitting right on her shoulder, whispering poison into her ear day and night. Eventually, the human mind can only take so much exhaustion and trauma before it begins to crack. It is absolutely devastating to see Anna finally give in to this sinister plot. She has agreed to eliminate Britt, and the way she is going about it is so coldly calculated that it does not even feel like our Anna anymore. It just goes to show how fragile the human mind can be when it is subjected to unimaginable grief and guilt. The trap that Anna is setting for Britt is incredibly cunning, and it breaks my heart because it uses Britt's own vulnerability against her. Britt has been desperately seeking information about Cassius Faison, the man who brought so much chaos into her life. Anna, knowing exactly which buttons to push, tells Britt that she has uncovered some vital intelligence about Faison. But here is the catch. Anna insists that she can only deliver this sensitive information in person. It is the classic tale of the spider inviting the fly into its web. Britt, who is just looking for closure and truth, has no idea that she is walking straight into a deadly ambush set by a woman she probably thinks she can trust. What really makes my jaw drop is the sheer level of planning Anna is putting into this terrible deed. The hallucination of Peter is not just telling her to act. He is demanding that she find a completely secluded, remote place to do the deed and hide the evidence forever. And this is where things get incredibly complicated and fascinating. Anna actually reaches out to Sonny Corinthos to buy a piece of property. Now, Sonny is a man who knows all about shady deals, but in this instance, he is completely in the dark. He agrees to sell Anna a piece of remote mountain land, truly believing her story that she just wants a quiet, private retreat to clear her head. The absolute irony of this situation is just staggering to me. Here is Sonny Corinthos, a notorious mob boss, unwittingly facilitating a murder plot by selling real estate to the former police commissioner. It is a twist that only General Hospital could pull off so brilliantly. Sonny thinks he is doing an old friend a favor, helping her find some peace and quiet away from the hustle and bustle of the city. He has absolutely no clue that this serene mountain getaway is actually being scouted as a burial ground. The thought of Anna walking through those isolated woods, looking for the perfect spot to dig a grave for Britt, is a visual that is both incredibly haunting and deeply tragic. Now, let us take a moment to talk about Britt Westbourne. Goodness gracious, we have watched this young woman go through such an incredible transformation over the years. She went from being a character who stirred up nothing but trouble to someone we have all grown to fiercely love and protect. The writers already put us through the absolute agony of losing her once, and they went to great lengths to reverse that tragedy and bring her back to our screens. The very idea that they might actually kill her off again, and by Anna's hand no less, has my stomach tied in absolute knots. I just cannot bring myself to believe that the network would put us through that specific heartbreak a second time Because I am an eternal optimist when it comes to my favorite characters, I have a strong feeling that things will not go exactly as the ghostly Peter has planned. I truly believe that Anna's inherent goodness, that bright light inside her soul, will start to fight back at the last possible second. Instead of going through with a cold-blooded murder, I can easily see Anna panicking and changing her plan. She might end up taking Britt hostage, locking her away in some deep, dark pit on that mountain property, or perhaps shoving her into an abandoned storage unit on the grounds. It would be a desperate move by a woman who is completely torn apart by her own fractured mind. If that happens, the scenes we are going to witness will be nothing short of breathtaking. Just picture our poor Britt, trapped in a cold, dark space, completely at the mercy of a woman who has lost her grip on reality. But the true horror for Britt will not just be the captivity itself, it will be what she witnesses. Imagine Britt sitting there, terrified, watching Anna have explosive emotional arguments with thin air. Britt is a smart, medically trained woman. It will not take her long to realize that Anna is hallucinating, that she is fighting with the ghost of Peter August. The sheer terror of knowing your life depends on the outcome of an argument between a broken woman and a phantom is the stuff of nightmares. I can just see Anna pacing back and forth in front of whatever makeshift cell she puts Britt in, clutching her head, crying, and yelling at Peter to leave her alone. The rational, loving part of Anna knows that holding an innocent woman captive is fundamentally wrong and evil. But that sick, twisted hallucination will keep pushing her, demanding that she finish the job. It is going to be a battle for Anna's very soul, played out in the remote wilderness, with Britt serving as the terrified audience. My heart aches for both of these women because they are both victims of Peter August's lingering toxic legacy. But let us not forget who Britt Westbourne is. She is a tough cookie, a survivor who has clawed her way out of terrible situations before. If she is trapped on that mountain, she is not going to just sit there and wait for the end. She will use every ounce of her sharp wit and medical knowledge to try and reach the real Anna. I can imagine Britt speaking softly, trying to ground Anna, trying to remind her of the hero she truly is. Britt will fight for her life with her words, trying to break through the impenetrable wall of Peter's brainwashing. It will be a psychological game of chess, and the stakes could not possibly be any higher. And then there is the question of rescue. Who is going to realize that Britt is missing and that Anna's the one responsible? My mind immediately goes to Valentine Cassadine. We already know that Valentine is starting to harbor some deep suspicions about Anna's erratic behavior. He loves her, but he is a man who notices everything. Furthermore, Valentine has his own complicated, deeply rooted history with Britt. If Britt suddenly vanishes right around the time Anna is acting strangely and buying remote mountain properties from Sonny, Valentine is smart enough to put those puzzle pieces together. I am just praying that he figures it out before it is too late. The emotional roller coaster that this show takes us on is exactly why we have been tuning in for decades. We become so invested in these families, these friendships, and these bitter rivalries. Seeing a legacy character like Anna Devane pushed to the absolute brink of villainy is hard to swallow, but it makes for incredibly compelling storytelling. It forces us to ask hard questions about trauma, mental health, and how much a person can endure before they become the very thing they used to fight against. I am holding out hope that Anna will find her way back to the light, but the journey there is clearly going to be fraught with danger and despair. As we look ahead to these upcoming episodes, I encourage you all to keep your tissues handy and your hearts open. We are about to witness some powerhouse performances from these incredibly talented actors. The tension on that isolated mountain is going to be thick enough to cut with a knife. Will Anna finally silence the ghost of Peter August? Or will she commit a crime that she can never, ever come back from? How will Britt survive this terrifying ordeal? These are the questions that will keep us all glued to our television screens, waiting with bated breath for the next dramatic turn. Thank you so much for letting me share my thoughts and fears about this incredible storyline with all of you. It always feels so good to talk through these heavy moments with friends who understand just how much these characters mean to us. We will certainly be keeping a very close eye on Anna, Britt, and that ominous mountain property in the days to come. Until then, take care of yourselves, hug your loved ones a little tighter, and never miss a moment of the drama in Port Charles.